Hey everybody, my name is Jenna Pitts and I am a star Scentsy consultant, and I just wanted to share today with you the do's and some of the don'ts when it comes to doing events. You get asked a lot of times, what should I do? I'm not really sure if I'm doing this right. And so hopefully today I can share some of my little tips and tricks about how to do an event and have it go smoothly for you. I know when I did my first event, I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I had enough product or anything out. And to be honest, I ended up doing a lot better than I thought I was going to do. So really, you just sometimes just need to take that plunge and just do it. And then you learn from that experience to do better on your next one. So a couple of the things that I wanted to talk about were when it comes to building up your display or your booth that you have. Do I put this here? Do I put that there? Do I do too much? Do I do too little? So really all depends on your event. If it's like a big fair, then you're going to definitely want to have a lot of product out, but not make it look so clustered or cluttered. So when it comes to having your booth, if it's like I say a 10 by 10 booth or even a 10 by 20, you really don't have a lot of room to go out, but you have a lot of room to go up. So that's when it comes to having like maybe benches, small ones that you can set on top of your tables, cover with the tablecloth, put things up there, having different crates or boxes and that kind of stuff to display your different warmers and your different products on. That's going to really help because you're building up and not so much out. When it comes to people and interacting with anybody, you don't want to be sitting down a lot, because for me, it's not very inviting to walk up or walk past a booth and you don't see the person running it because they're sitting or they're back behind all their displays. You're not going to want to interact with them. You're kind of just going to look and kind of pass by. But if you get that person that is standing in their booth, in the middle, in the front, in the forefront, anything like that, they're going to be inviting. They're going to smile. They're going to interact with you. They may even say hi, ask you questions. So, for instance, our scent of the month. You could be standing there in your booth, getting people walk by. You say hi, you smile and say, hey, have you smelled our new scent of the month for whatever month it is? And sometimes you're going to get people like going, oh yeah, it's great. Or most of the time you're going to be like, no, have a bar with you, let them smell it. And then you can start interacting that way, and then you're going to be inviting them in, because then that's going to lead to more questions, or you telling them, oh, also, did you know we have a warmer of the month? And then you can or show that on your display, and then you're going to get that interaction with that customer. Eye-catching things when it comes to the kids stuff, having like a wagon where you put all your buddies in, or buddy clips. That way it's at their eye level so that they can see and be picking up and holding and being like, oh, look at this. Or most kids, they love stuffed animals. It's a thing. I grew up having my entire bed covered with stuffed animals. So if that's the case with me a long time ago, just imagine how it is now. And when you have those Scentsy buddies putting in their favorite smelly in the back with the Scentsy packs, it's a win-win. And then also, when it comes to your tablecloths that you do have on your displays and on your benches or tables, you want to have them solid color. You don't want to make them all crazy, different designs and all that stuff, because it kind of skews the eye and it takes away from your actual display. So when it comes to those, you want to do, purple, that's a Scentsy color. Black is always a really good color. Just those muted things are really going to make the rest of your display pop. When you are getting ready for your event, put together goodie bags. And it doesn't have to be something elaborate. Depending on your budget, you do what you can. But if you already get the scent of the month flyer in the mail every month, use that. Put this scratch and sniff sticker on there. And then if you want to make samples, just do a sample of that smell. Maybe print off something like a monthly flyer or anything like that. Super simple. Put it in a bag, have them all ready to go. That way when you are at your booth, you're not scrambling around to put it together. You can just have it there in a display at the very end with your information in it, a business card. I mean, whatever you want to put in there is up to you. That way, when you do get those customers that come in and they buy, you go, oh, here's my goodie bag. Here's my information. There's some samples or whatever in there. Shove it right in the bag that they just ordered from you, and they're good to go. They can look at it on their own and do that kind of stuff. So goodie bags are a big thing. Another thing that I like to do is have a drawing, so that way you're getting the customers to fill out information. You're capturing that customer's information so that you can contact them later to be like, hey, thank you for coming to my booth at such and so event. I really appreciated it. Here's my contact information. Is there anything I can do for you now? A lot of people, when you go to an event, you might have kids in tow, or you might have a spouse or whoever is with you, and they're not going to want to spend a lot of time in your booth with you, or not in your booth, but they don't want to spend a lot of time shopping around with you, especially if you're a very good customer who buys a lot. You're going to want to take the time to stand in that booth, smell all the smells, see all the stuff without being forced or by your kids or whatever to be like, come on, let's go. So getting their information to then contact them later so that they can actually have more of a one-on-one with you, to ask the questions that they maybe forgot to ask you, or the different smells that they're looking for, or whatever it is. So capture their information. And then when it comes to the drawing, depending on what you're doing, that part is on you. You can send them really anything that you want to. Having plenty of petty cash before you start your event. So you don't want to get in there and your first customer would be like, okay, I have $100 bill and I only bought $30 from you. And you're like, I don't have any change. I'm sorry. That makes it really difficult as a customer to be like, oh, well, now what do? I got to go spend my money somewhere else to then get changed to then come back. So having your petty cash prior to your event starting is a big, big deal. It helps out a lot. Change. If there is a sale going on, which sometimes happens, especially in our transition month, we got that 10% off sale. You're dealing with a lot of change. So also having the change part as well, the coins, on top of having your petty cash, the dollar bill wise, that's a big thing too if there's a sale going on, because nobody likes to be handed money and be like, oh, I don't have any change for it. And then you're scrambling around, going through your purse, doing all that kind of stuff. It makes it a little more, difficult. But having that prior to your event it will help make things go a lot smoother. When you're doing your event, you usually, like I do, make a list of all the things I need to do, all the things I need to bring, all, that kind of stuff. Save that list, especially if you're going to be doing events more often after that. Use that list over and over again. Edit that list. That way you already have it, you know what you need, and it will be much easier when it comes to prepping yourself for the next event. It's not going to take you weeks on end to get ready like it maybe did the first time. You're going to then compact and be like, hey, I already know what I need. I already know where it is. It's already packed up and ready to go. It's easy. Then you can just check off all the different things that are on your list and you can be done. So having that list for every time you do an event, year after year or event after event, is going to be a lifesaver when it comes to getting ready and being done. Be excited about all the products, because we all know I know there's some products that I do not like. And I sit here going, wow, why would anybody like that or that smell or whatever it is? But that product is there because there are people that like that product. So be excited about every single item that is there. It doesn't make a difference if you like it or not, because that person may be that person that you're going, oh, there is a person that likes that. So be excited about everything that you have. Have a variety of products out. Maybe there's something that personally you don't sell very much of or never have sold very much of. So maybe not having it out on display is okay depending on your event. But if you sell a variety of everything, then just having a little piece of every product will really help that. It's really going to help you in the end, especially because you'll find that you'll get people coming in saying, oh, do you not carry such and so? And if you only have maybe 3 things out of the 10 plus items, then you're going to be like, well, I just don't have it because, and then it's just going to sound like you don't know what you're doing, or you just aren't in it the way you should be in it. But definitely you don't want to have too much stuff. So there's that happy medium in between. But always smile. Smiling is a big thing. It's very inviting to see somebody smile at you, because then it's going to make you want to approach them. So vice versa, you smiling at the people walking by your booth My light keeps changing. Sorry. But smiling at everybody walking by your booth is really going to be a big helper, because then it's going to be more warm, inviting for them to actually come into your booth. Standing there in front, you know, don't sit down, doing all that kind of stuff, you're going to get more interaction. And in the end, more interaction means hopefully more sales or more contact information for you to then contact them later. So anyway, so those are a couple do's and don'ts of event planning or events that you are a part of for your booths. And if there's anything else you can think of, let me know. But I really appreciate you watching my video today, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye.